Several times, it's just brought tears to my eyes actually going into the office to talk to them because we are so grateful.
Tonight, an Ely resort is lending a helping hand to people forced out of their homes by the ongoing wildfires up north. Plus, at Minnesota's capital, a debate is underway how to distribute millions of dollars to frontline workers who risked their lives during the pandemic. And later, a big idea for a big pit. We'll tell you about a new effort to enhance a mountain bike park that tells the story of mining's past.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. New tonight, more people forced from their homes and cabins by the Greenwood fire could be allowed back in by the end of the week. Fire officials gave an update tonight on the situation near Isabella during a public meeting. They say 37% of the fire's perimeter is now contained, including the entire western side and much of the northern edge. The Lake County Sheriff says evacuations along Sand Lake on the west end and areas north of Highway 1 could be lifted Thursday or Friday if containment progresses. About 300 residences were originally evacuated. At this point, owners of around 60 of them have been allowed to return. Officials say the weekend rain helped significantly. There are 505 people helping fight the fire. It did grow slightly today to 26,028 acres. It's burned for 17 days now after being ignited by a lightning strike. 71 structures are destroyed, including 14 homes and cabins, and thankfully, we have no injuries to report. From the crews battling the Greenwood fire to the people fleeing it, plenty of people have been impacted. In Ely, the community has rallied to help the people who need it most. CBS3's Quinn Gorham reports on a northern refuge welcoming those with nowhere else to go.
It was a normal Sunday afternoon for Harold and Maya Paulseth until they received an unexpected visitor.
We heard a knock on the door, and it was a deputy sheriff. He said that they recommended that we evacuate.
Displaced and without a place to stay, the Paulseths turned to the Chamber of Commerce in Ely. That's where they learned about veterans on the lake.
We realize how fortunate we are.
The resort is open to veterans and their families, and during the fire, they've opened their doors to people like Maya and Harold. General Manager Andy Birkenpass says they've been trying to help them feel at home.
If I see them outside, I'll ask them, how's your day going? You guys doing all right? Of course, it's a traumatic experience for them, so how can I help you?
And it's not just evacuees like Maya and Harold the resort has been helping. They also hosted firefighters from out of state, giving them a place to rest and recover.
We like to make sure all of our guests are taken care of very well. And we also had some availability for some of the fire personnel staff that's in the area as well.
For Harold, who's recovering from a recent surgery, that hospitality has made a world of difference.
Where else will we go? It's just wonderful to be able to have a place to call your home, and so that's the way I look at it.
Kindness Maya says they've seen on a daily basis.
Several times, it's just brought tears to my eyes actually going into the office to talk to them because we are so grateful to them.
For Birkenpass, it's all in a day's work.
You can't put a dollar figure on something that you enable somebody with, something you help somebody with.
The Paulseths were able to return to their home a few days ago with a county sheriff. They were happy to find their home still standing. They'll continue to stay at the resort until authorities can clear the area around their house and restore power. An active summer fire season could spell even bigger trouble for fall. The Minnesota DNR says the fall always brings increased fire risk as leaves fall and plants begin to die, but our extreme drought amplifies that threat.
Every fall has an increased level of risk for fires just because of the increase in dead fuel load that comes on the landscape when our plants start to senesce and die and our leaves drop. All that becomes fuel that otherwise isn't normally available during the summer.
The DNR fears the serious wildfire threat could linger all the way until snow starts to fly. Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, we are nearing September here. We're in almost the 11th hour.
Yeah, We're in the 10th hour here, aren't we? Or the 18th hour, 20th hour, thinking of military time. Anyway, August is slipping away. September starts in a matter of about an hour and 45 minutes, and it's been an interesting ride. I'll show you some of the stats for the month of August here for the main weather segment, but here for first weather, we'll show you the upper Midwest map, which shows high pressure in control of our region, keeping us dry through tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday, though, those lows to the west will come around, and that'll bring us a chance for some rain. And I've been saying I don't think it's going to be too much more than showers, and the latest Euro rainfall map kind of indicates that as well. It looks like from Thursday through Saturday, some towns may only get a trace, at least that's what the stage here says for Ely, but maybe a third of an inch for Hibbing and for the Twin Ports, and towards Solon Springs as well. So maybe a third to a half of an inch of rain is possible from this latest go-around, which again is better than nothing. Short-term forecast says one more calm night and one more sunny day before it clouds up on Thursday, and that rain chance comes across. We'll talk more about how long it'll stick around in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. $250 million is available for frontline workers who risked their lives during the pandemic. But who should get it and how much? A special panel is trying to sort all of that out at the state capitol. As Caroline Cummings reports, the deadline to get it done is looming.
The state capitol has been mostly silent this summer, except for a working group that's heard stories from frontline workers about the burdens they've shouldered during the pandemic. That panel now left with the daunting task of choosing who qualifies for bonus pay.
I struggle because we have heard so much compelling testimony.
DFLers want to cover workers in healthcare and beyond. They pitch individuals applying, and then they're selected if criteria are met, like working in person, a certain number of hours worked, and an income cap. The baseline check would start at $1,500, but would likely shrink based on the number of applicants.
We're calling them heroes because they were brave and they showed up every single day to do the work that was asked of them.
Republicans want two buckets, one prioritizing healthcare and long-term care facility workers they feel were at an increased risk, and then everybody else.
It wasn't if they were going to be dealing with folks and caring for folks who were dying of COVID, it was when. I mean, it was a part of their life.
$250 million are on the table. It might seem like a lot of cash, but if bonus pay covered everyone deemed essential, it would amount to a couple $100 per person. Lawmakers are wrestling with making that bonus feel meaningful.
I think everybody wants to do as much as we can for as many people as we can.
The working group has to bring recommendations to the governor and legislative leaders for them to vote on them. Right now, it's unclear if or when Governor Tim Walz will hold another special session. Northland healthcare leaders are sounding the alarm as COVID cases continue surging in the region. Reps from St. Louis County, Essentia Health, St. Luke's, and Grand Itasca all spoke out as case rates, hospitalizations, and deaths are again on the rise. In St. Louis County, there were 273 new cases last week. That's a 52% jump from the week before. The hospitals are running out of ICU beds, which means they're struggling to care for both COVID patients and people with other medical conditions. An Essentia doctor says there are 4 things you can do to help. Get vaccinated, mask up in public, understand the stress frontline workers are facing, and don't put off preventative care. She says they need your help now more than ever.
We need you to vaccinate, mask, and we need you to avoid other things which will add further stress to our healthcare systems. Sadly, our situation today is quite serious.
The doctors and nurses say they're also coping with limited staffing, which is making it even harder to respond to the surge in cases. As summer wraps up and the school year begins, more COVID-19 testing sites are reopening their doors, but the need for more tests is not the only reason. The Minnesota Department of Health confirms 29% of COVID cases in Minnesota as of August 22nd were vaccine breakthroughs. Back in May and June, we were seeing under 10% of weekly cases as vaccine breakthroughs. Health officials say this is happening because more people are getting vaccinated, meaning more cases will be considered breakthrough cases. MDH wanted to remind folks that no vaccine is 100% effective and the Delta variant is more transmissible. Next week, Duluth students will head back to in-person learning to start the school year. The Duluth School Board ruled masks must be worn by students and staff. This is especially important at schools like Homecroft Elementary, where the students are not eligible to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Homecroft Principal Tom Cockut says the district is working closely with St. Louis County and the Minnesota Department of Health to follow health protocols. He says if a student has COVID symptoms, they will be sent home to quarantine.
If students are wearing masks at school and if there's a positive case in the class, if they are masked, the other students in the class are not going to need to quarantine, which is a significant change from last year. Because in the past, we would require an entire class or group of kids to quarantine, when this year it's essentially going to be the family group or the student that has symptoms or tested positive.
Cockut says they're spacing desks and keeping students in pods at lunch and recess to reduce transmission. First grade teacher Lisa Lochner says she's excited to be back in class. She recognizes it could be tough to get kids back on track after last year, but they are ready for the challenge.
We're adopting a new social emotional learning curriculum this year, which I'm really excited about. I think that'll help us talk about feelings and, how we're feeling about school, how we're feeling about being back, making new friends, seeing faces we haven't seen before.
Lochner says as we head back to school, communication is key. If parents have any questions or concerns, the teachers are available and willing to find an answer. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we're heading to Chisholm, where the groundwork is being laid for the next phase of a mountain biker's paradise. We'll tell you how an old mining pit has become the center of attention.
Record high for today is 92 from 1961, and the record low is 33 from 1970. Today, well, we hit 73 for our high temp. Similar path coming our way temperature-wise tomorrow. And once we get into Thursday, we do get a chance of rain coming around, and we'll talk about both of those things coming up after our break.
Want to lose fat quickly? Lose up to 1 pound of fat a day.
My name is John. I've lost 38 pounds with Healthy Systems USA, and it's the easiest program I've ever done.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA. 1, 2, 3.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
Don't be fooled. Not all internet is created equal. At Mediacom, we have an incredibly advanced fiber-rich network. We don't just advertise fast speeds, we're proven to over-deliver on them. So you get more than what you pay for. And unlike many providers, we have hundreds of people who constantly monitor our network to keep you connected and protected. So let's talk. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 for only $34.99 a month for a year. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
On the Iron Range, mine pits are part of the landscape. It's what's done with them when they're no longer in use that creates a future for what once was. And that has been the goal behind the Redhead Mountain Bike Park in Chisholm. And now organizers are looking for the community's help to extend the trails and continue sharing the area's mining history. Today, the Minnesota Discovery Center, which is the trailhead to the Redhead, announced a digital crowdfunding campaign to raise $100,000 to help fund Phase 2 of the trail system. Officials say that will include up to 14 additional miles, a mining-themed paved pump track, and enhanced user amenities throughout the trail system, like water stations, bike pumps, shade shacks, and more. Jordan Metza is MDC's Fund Development and Marketing Coordinator. In a statement, he said they are excited to launch this campaign and to invite the public behind the fences of the mines that built America. Metza added a lot of work went into this campaign, and they hope it gets people excited about the future of Redhead Park. The campaign runs from September 3rd to October 3rd. You can learn more about the future plans and how to donate at www.goredhead.com.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
August is just about out the door. Let's jump the gun just a little bit by an hour and 15 minutes or so and take a look at August stats. Temperature-wise, continued the warm trend of the summer, 3.3 degrees warmer than normal. And the dry trend continued. Precipitation, 1.17 inches less than normal. And except for that couple of inches here the last weekend, you know, we would have drastically been below normal. September's forecast, well, some sources are calling for cooler temperatures, so the warm spell may be broken. But unfortunately, it's going to remain dry, so we're going to have to be very careful outdoors, even as summer fades away and autumn starts to come across. A little bit of rain, though, could come across in the next couple of days, and that'll help forestall any problems, hopefully. I'll talk about the odds here in just a bit. Right now, we have the current conditions from Duluth International, where it's 58 degrees, 87% for the relative humidity. East-southeast winds running 8 miles per hour, and our air pressure's gone up now, 30.01 inches of mercury, 1,016 millibars. And that's the last gasp of 2 highs that are departing our area. They'll still be with us tomorrow with another day of sunshine, but by Thursday they go away and lower pressure takes over to cloud things up. Temperature-wise right now, running 50 to 53 in the Upper Peninsula. Northwestern Wisconsin's going 51 in LaPointe to 56 degrees down towards Hayward, and it's warm as 59 now at Bong Airport in Superior. It's also 59 in Moose Lake, mid-50s towards Cloquet, low 50s on much of the Mesabi range, but not all of it. Upper 50s for the Vermilion and mid-50s for border country. Low temps tonight could range from the upper 40s to about the mid-50s for most of our towns. Doppler map right now tells us that high pressure indeed is in charge because you hardly see a cloud in the sky here. But again, the high pressure systems, one here, one over here towards the UP, they're working their way off towards the east, and so after tomorrow, these two will be gone. And the dry conditions will fade away as well. From Wednesday with another dry sunny day here, we go to Thursday when the highs leave and a couple of low pressure systems come aboard, bringing 60% shower chances Thursday and Thursday night into Friday. And again, as we looked at in the first weather segment, maybe we'll get 1/3 of an inch to about 1/2 of an inch spread over 3 days because this rain chance could last through Saturday morning. Here's what's coming our way temperature-wise then tonight for Minnesota. As mentioned, we'll go from 47 inland to 55 by the lake with a partly cloudy sky up on top. And into Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps will go about 48 to 50 degrees there. And the same partly cloudy sky will be overhead tomorrow. Sunshine one more day, Wisconsin, Michigan, high temp 72 to 77. Just a hair warmer than normal for most locations. Minnesota 60s by the lake, 70s inland, sunshine. And then sunshine takes a break as it becomes mostly cloudy to overcast on Thursday. There's that 60% shower chance. Becomes a 40% shower chance on Friday and winds down to a 30% parting shot Saturday morning. Then after that, we still have the second half of Labor Day weekend. Sunday, sunny, 68. Labor Day itself on Monday, 70. So not so bad at all.
Not bad at all. Thanks, Dave. Minnesota's 6th district judge bikes to work every day, but today's commute was extra special. This morning was Robert McCauley's last ride to work because he is retiring after more than 26 years as a judge. For his final commute, he biked down Highway 45 and was surprised by family, friends, and a law enforcement escort. They went all the way to the Carleton County Courthouse and were greeted with a cheering crowd. Macaulay isn't sure what the future holds, but knows it involves more time with family.
Oh, you're on the news. Hello! I'm just facing the prospect now, after all of these years, that tomorrow I won't come in at the same time and see them, and the next day, and it's going to be a big change.
Macaulay began working at the Carleton County Courthouse in 1984 as an assistant county judge. He built relationships with coworkers along the way who will remember him by his thoughtfulness and integrity. Governor Tim Walz has the final say in appointing his successor. No word on when that will happen. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, everyone loves fair food, from cheese curds or a good old-fashioned corn dog. But what about a new food that will have you chirping for more? We'll take you to the Minnesota State Fair next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Hi, I'm Kevin from ServPro. Everyone has a home project that they want to get to. Building a deck, building an addition, remodeling a bathroom. The problem is availability with local contractors. Why should you have to wait for months to get your project done? Call ServPro today for fast, quality, professional, reliable workmanship you can count on. ServPro, like it never even happened.
One of our biggest furniture events of the year, the Labor Day sale at Slumberland. Take an additional 25% off our already low prices. We have an incredible assortment of everything for your home, from sleep to sectionals to decor.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
When you buy a house, you want to make sure that it's properly protected with the right insurance. But did you know that bundling that home insurance with other things like an RV, snowmobile, car, or other prized possession can help you save and have peace of mind? Reliable Agency and Auto Owners Insurance can provide bundled insurance policies to help protect everything that you own. Trust Reliable Agency and Auto Owners Insurance to protect all the important things in your life.
Reliable Insurance Agency. We're true to our name.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it, being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
In news, there are no second chances. You have one shot to get it right. You need to get all the facts, angles, and points of view. And you need it now. For us, being first is good, but being right is best. Live Local CBS3.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
The State Fair is full of cheese curds, pronto pups, and pretty much anything on a stick. But this year, fairgoers are in for a jumping treat if they stop at Gentleman Forager Stand. They're known for their crickets. Yes, you heard me right there. They work with the 3 cricketeers out of St. Louis Park to grow and sell the insects as food. I'm talking barbecue and crickets mixed with sunflower seeds and honey cricket nut butter. So the question is, would you eat cricket?
Hey kids, let's just bypass the corn on the cob this year, the Pronto Pups, Sweet Martha's, crickets. Literally, let's go get crickets.
I heard they're not bad. I actually heard we saw people trying them and they were good.
Marinate them in like buffalo.
So would you try it?
I would try it.
Okay.
Would that be what I go for at the state fair? Absolutely not.
Well,
sorry,
we'll try and
not
change
to
your
hate on
mind.
the crickets. I'm sure they're really good for you. A lot of nutrients. Well, it's going up in sports. USA and Canada, nothing better in hockey. The IIHF Women's World comes to a close with some local connections. Sports is next.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-758-1647. Again, that's 800-758-1647.
Go on, get off the ladder and place it back where you found it. The days of dangerous climbs are over. Gutter Helmet provides year-round protection, preventing buildup of debris, keeping your gutters clear and free-flowing. With its heavy-duty support brackets and exclusive helmet heat ice reduction system, Gutter Helmet's been designed to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Get Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And never clean your gutters again.
Jim Pro Construction has been awarded the title of Authorized Replacement Contractor by the Marvin Window and Door Company. This entitles us to give better pricing and longer warranties on Marvin's high-quality windows and doors. We are the only authorized replacement contractor in the Northland. This caps off our 49 years of being your professional, dependable, and honest home improvement contractor. Please call us for any of your home improvement needs.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast. Weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it. Being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
It's been more than 3 years since the U.S. and Canadian women last clashed in an IIHF gold medal game. Canada and USA had already met once in the tourney, and it was the Americans' rivals across the border that prevailed in the 5-1 thrashing in group play. Before that, it was USA that won in that 3-2 Olympic shutout in Pyeongchang. Alex Carpenter scored twice for Team USA to put them up 2-0 early in this gold medal game, but former Bulldog second period Jocelyn Larocque has her shot redirected by Jamie Lee Rattray. That quickly dissolves USA's 2-0 lead, so we're tied, and through a third period we go to overtime. Marie-Philippe Poulin's shot is 8.5 minutes in. Play continued for about a minute or so. We didn't know if it was in or not until it was confirmed. Golden goal for Team Canada. USA falls in overtime 3-2 the final. UMD blue liner Ashton Bell is a gold medal winner at the international level. Next time these two teams meet will be in the Olympic Games in Beijing. Some volleyball tonight. Cloquet hosting Duluth East. The Lumberjacks got off to a great start, leading from the very first point. Watch out for Laura Hecht catching the Greyhounds off guard. but East would get their offense going as well. Sophomore Tatum Shields finding the open chunk of floor, and we are tied at 5 apiece. From there on out, though, Cloquet took control. Eiley Boydart over the top, off the blocker, and Cloquet's sweep prevails over Duluth East. 3-0 the final. And a little further down the road, the student sections were out for Hermantown Esco. The Hawks took a 7-point lead late in the first set, but the Eskimos did not quit. Hannah Nguyen with the tip kill to spark a 4-0 run for the Eskimos, but Hermantown would eventually put it away, and Millie Rush was everywhere. They take it 25-20, and in the second set, Rish let it fly. A great set from Ellie Jokinen. Hermantown again got separation with an early 5-point lead, and the Hawks go on to win the match 3-1 the final. And the Big Brewers Giants series continue tonight out in the Bay. Winners of 19 of their last 25 road games, and they got right to it. Omar Narvaez pulls one into right. The Brewers took a 2-0 lead out of the first inning. Then in the second, Lorenzo Kay would pile on, plants his back foot, and sends that baseball packing. The lead balloons the 3 runs. Kane's 6th long ball of the year. And at last check, the Brew Crew led it 6-0. As for the Twins, they currently trail the Cubs 3-1 at Target Field. And today was the day NFL teams finalized their 53-man rosters ahead of the start of the regular season. The Vikings made some headlines, releasing several guys that may have surprised fans, starting with defensive end Everson Griffin, who was literally just brought back last week. But according to several notable beat writers and sources in the Twin Cities, the Vikings are expected to bring Ev back, as well as veteran running back Amir Abdullah, long snapper Andrew DePaula, who was the only long snapper on the roster, and guard Dakota Dozier. They were all among the releases that were surprising as well. The Vikings opened their season against the Cincinnati Bengals on September 12th. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Enjoy summer, save money, and look good doing it with huge savings on hot fashions from Northwest Outlet. Save up to 40% off Columbia and the North Face summer clothing. That's right, up to 40% off. Save on capris, tees, shorts, rain, wind, and fleece jackets, and UPF sun-rated clothing. Enjoy the weather and get your whole family's summer fashions at Northwest Outlet. We're not done yet. Save up to 40% off on all sandals. You heard me right, up to 40% off. What are you waiting for? Get to Northwest Outlet Superior. We'll make sure you look good.
Hi, I'm Jimmy J.J. Walker. If you're on Medicare, listen to this. I called the 1-800 number to see what extra Medicare benefits I could get. An actual person answered, looked up my zip code, and boom, I was offered extra benefits like dental coverage, including dentures, extractions, fillings, plus prescriptions, transportation, meals, and so much more, all at no additional cost. And then I asked about the benefit that adds money to my Social Security check. And get this, I'm entitled to an extra $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year added to my Social Security check. And I was like, dynamite! Call the 1-800 number on the screen and see what you may be entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
There are a lot of choices when it comes to automotive care, but how can you find someone you trust? At East End Auto, our customers have trusted us for the past 20 years to provide them with the best auto care. As your area's full-service repair shop, with the most modern equipment available to us, and backed by a 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty, honesty is what our customer relationships are built upon.
Locally family-owned and operated. Stop out to see why East End Auto is the community's trusted auto repair home.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, Dave, we better enjoy this last little under an hour and a half of August.
Yeah, and then September starts on a sunny note, so it'll be a nice start to the month. We have one more day of sunshine. That'll be Wednesday, high temp 72, pretty close to normal. Things change up a bit for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, though. It gets cloudier. We will have a rain chance. Not as much as last weekend, but every little bit will help.
Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow.